sculptor Jason Laura. I'm originally from Queens, New York, and I grew up in New York and spent most of my life exploring art at New York City and trying to determine if I wanted to become an artist and how I would go about those feats. The first question I want to talk about is, who am I? I am a 31-year-old recently graduate student from the New York Academy of Fine Arts. I recently got my master's for figurative art. My concentration is in figurative anatomy, figurative drawing, and figurative sculpture. The reason why I chose to indulge in this field, two reasons. I wanted to find out more of myself. I figured if I can understand anatomy and how our body works, it could really make me understand the phonetics and beauty of how my own body works. The second reason I chose to indulge in this field was to further my understanding of beauty and to further my understanding of what it really means to create something that is everlasting and interesting to someone else, that an artist may not appreciate or see. My background, essentially I started off doing drawings when I was very young, and it kind of elemented to high school and on to college. I went to Pratt Institute in Brooklyn for fine arts, and I concentrated mainly on sculpture, but I did have a concentration in drawing. That was my main focus. The reason why I started drawing, or the reason why I started getting into drawing or art in the first place was when I was younger, I was really interested in comics, and me and my friends wanted to create our own comic book, and we would share each other's drawings and experiences of that every week, and it wound up being like an online or ongoing thing with me and my friend Eric at the time, and it kind of fostered my abilities and my desires to continue doing this. I most enjoy figurative drawing. I think there's a beautiful aspect between looking at something and trying to visualize it in your mind and then spewing that out on a piece of paper. There's kind of a visceral kind of quality behind that. It's very direct. I also do enjoy sculpture. I'm not going to say I don't. That's my #1 passion, but I definitely would say I enjoy drawing from the model. There's a long heritage when it comes to sculpture. When it comes to figurative sculpture, there's many years of portrait that were developed. For me, I think portrait is one of the most crucial parts of sculpture. As human beings, we want to recognize certain features, and there's a symmetry that goes on. There's an actual symmetry, geometry that goes on in our face that to uncover, to unrelease, to release it is to understand the structure, the anatomy behind it. And I think there's a kind of balance. There's a balance between symmetry, geometry, anatomy, and flow that really creates a portrait to act like it's lively and breathing. And I think to want to accomplish all those three tasks is quite difficult. But the beauty about creating is that when we create, the next sculpture that we'll create will be better, and the next sculpture that we'll create will be better, because the idea is that we're getting better at everything that we do, and it's necessarily a crucial part of the process of making art.